Well, you notice that I've kind of stayed away from the Gaza thing because it's difficult. I said right from the beginning they didn't need to use bunker busters and dumb bombs. I said that right from the very get go, didn't I? I made a video and I said the tunnel system can be destroyed without you dropping 2,000-pound fucking bunker busters. And basically, Gaza's been leveled because they're just dropping fucking iron bombs. They're not even smart bombs, they're just dropping fucking bombs. Israel has a right to defend itself, but the way it defends itself matters. I made more than 5 videos now showing Ukrainian soldiers taking Russian prisoners and how that made me feel good. Even though Ukrainian kids and mothers and fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers were shot dead in the street in Bucha, I still said taking Russian prisoners was a good thing. And that's one of Sun Tzu's rules, is that you take prisoners and you treat them kindly. Okay, we created as many terrorists as we killed in Iran, or in Iraq and in Afghanistan, excuse me, by blowing up wedding parties to kill 3 guys when there's 120 people there. Humans are a warring species, but there has to be rules. And we have rules, and as far as I'm concerned, the Israelis are not following them. Too many journalists have been killed. Are you targeting journalists because they're telling the truth? This is how, when you have 3 Israelis hostages, you know what they did? This is what they did. I can see it in my mind. They said, look, we need to make sure that we're not carrying any weapons, that there's no way we can have a concealed weapon, so we're going to take our shirts off. We're going to be stripped so that it's obvious we're not carrying a weapon. Then we're going to have a white flag. And we're going to wave the white flag so that they know we are surrendering, and they were fucking shot down. How many times has this happened? How many times has this happened? Snipers shooting Palestinians walking, trying to get to safety. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. I said right from the beginning, there's no need to level Gaza. There is no need for bunker busters. There's no need for all these aircraft to come over with bombs. These are not military formations. This is a fucking city full of people. What they needed to do was get the military and just do a house-to-house sweep the way the United States had to do in numerous occasions. And then if you get a military conflict going because there's a group of combatants here and there, okay, now you can bring in some bigger weapons. This is why we developed smart bombs, smart artillery rounds, and hopefully smart bullets in the future. I said there was no need for that. So what, are you using bunker busters out of fucking convenience? And then you find the biggest tunnel of all of them after you've leveled the fucking city? What good did it do you? You could have swept all of those fucking tunnels and then filled them in behind you. I said that was the asset that you should go after in my video. Go after the tunnel system. It's taken them 50 years to build that, basically with money they've stolen from the Palestinian people. And fill those tunnels in behind you. That's what you do. If they're 200 feet deep, you don't need a bunker buster. You go in there with discrete charges placed in the wall, and you collapse those systems. Without rules, we're nothing more than animals, and the Israelis are not being forthright with how they're conducting this. As far as I'm concerned, there was no need to blow up a fucking building to kill 3 people. Where are the Palestinians going to live? Are you going to rebuild Gaza? Well, you see, Sun Tzu tells me that I must now speak against the Israelis. This is what Sun Tzu is telling me. The master of warfare is telling me that I must now say something about the people who, in the beginning, had a justification for going in and sweeping Gaza of Hamas. But you didn't need to do it with dumb bombs, okay? You didn't need to destroy buildings. You go and you clear the fucking buildings, and you clear the tunnel systems. You start at one end and you go to the other. And had you done it that way, maybe the Palestinian people who don't really give a fuck and hate Hamas, maybe they would have helped you and aided you in your quest to seal off all the tunnels, find all the tunnels. You would have had Palestinians saying, here's a tunnel entry here, 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 and here. The very minute you started dropping bombs on a civilian fucking population, okay, you made them enemies. I made this video for the 2 women that were shot by snipers going to a Catholic church to find safety. That's cold-blooded murder in my book. No different from what the Russians did in Bucha. And now that I've made this, it doesn't, not like most videos, I do it to get it off my chest and feel better, but I don't feel better.